Hi, I'm Dr. Paul. Today I'm going to talk about social media mental health. Social media mental health, the double-edged mirror. Introduction. Human beings have always searched for connection. Around ancient fires, in marketplaces, through handwritten letters, and across telephones. Humanity has consistently sought ways to bridge the distance between souls. Social media is simply the newest expression of this ancient desire. It is a technological miracle that allows a person sitting alone in one corner of the world to instantly communicate with millions of people elsewhere. It has given voices to the unheard, communities to the isolated, and opportunities to the overlooked. Yet, like a fire itself, what can warm and illuminate can also consume and destroy. Social media is neither wholly good nor wholly evil. It is a mirror. It's an amplifier, and sometimes a maze, in which people lose themselves while trying desperately to be seen. The psychological effects of social media are profound because they touch one of the deepest human needs, the need for belonging. The philosopher Aristotle once wrote, "Man is by nature a social animal." Social dynamics. Long before smartphones existed, human survival depended upon social acceptance. To be excluded from the tribe once meant danger or death. Modern neuroscience suggests that social rejection activates many of the same neural pathways as physical pain. This explains why likes, comments, followers, and online validation can affect emotional states so powerfully. Social media does not merely occupy our attention. It interacts directly with our emotional wiring. Social benefits of social media. There are undeniable benefits to social media when used consciously and constructive. For many people, it provides a lifeline during loneliness and isolation. Individuals struggling with depression, grief, disability, or social anxiety often discover supportive communities online that they may never have encountered in their physical environment. A teenager in a small town who feels misunderstood may suddenly find thousands of people who share similar experiences and offer empathy instead of judgment. American research professor and writer Brene Brown reminded us that a deep sense of love and belonging is an irreducible need of all people. In moments where human beings feel invisible, digital communities can remind them that they are not alone. The COVID-19 pandemic revealed this reality with remarkable clarity. During lockdowns, social media allowed families to remain emotionally connected despite physical separation. Teachers educated students online. Therapists offered virtual counseling, and support groups continued gathering through digital platforms. What could have become total emotional isolation for millions was softened by the ability to connect through screens. Technology became in many ways a bridge over loneliness, democratization of knowledge and creativity. Social media has also democratized knowledge and creativity. A person no longer needs a television network, publishing company, or major institution to share ideas with the world. Artists, writers, educators, musicians, entrepreneurs, and activists can build communities and careers through platforms that give ordinary people extraordinary reach. Many individuals have transformed their lives financially and creatively because social media opened doors that traditional systems once kept closed. The writer Marshall McLuhan famously said, "The medium is the message." Growing communication and awareness. In many ways, social media reshapes not only communication, but consciousness itself. Ideas spread faster than ever before. Awareness regarding mental health, trauma, mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and self-care has become more accessible because of digital platforms. Conversations once hidden in silence are now spoken openly. People who once suffered privately now discover language for their pain. The work of psychologist Daniel Goleman indirectly illuminates why this matters. He went on to say, emotional intelligence is a way of recognizing, understanding, and choosing how we think, feel, and act. It shapes our interactions with others and our understanding of ourselves. Emotional intelligence involves self-awareness, empathy, emotional regulation, and social understanding. Social media can serve as a tool for emotional education when used wisely. Motivational speakers, psychologists, philosophers, and educators now reach audiences numbering in the millions. Messages encouraging healing, resilience, and mindfulness travel further than ever before. The darker side of social media. Yet beneath these benefits lies a darker reality. The same technology that connects people can also fracture their mental and emotional stability. From her book, Alone Together, writer Sherry Turkle stated, "We expect more from technology and less from each other." Social media often encourages comparison rather than connection. Human beings began measuring their worth against carefully edited snapshots of other people's lives. Vacations, luxury, beauty, success, relationships, and happiness are displayed in curated fragments, creating illusions of perfection that rarely reflect reality. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt wisely observed, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Never in human history has comparison been so constant and unavoidable. A person may wake up and within minutes compare their appearance, income, body, lifestyle, relationships, or achievements to hundreds of others online. The mind, which was never designed to process this endless flood of comparison, becomes exhausted and insecure. It seems like we are comparing our insecurities to their highlight reel, Paul Susic, PhD. Changing who we are becoming. Many social media platforms are engineered around attention economics. Their goal is not necessarily human flourishing, but prolonged engagement. Notifications, endless scrolling, and algorithmic recommendations are carefully designed to stimulate dopamine responses in the brain. Dopamine is associated with anticipation reward, which means social media can become psychologically addictive. People are not only consuming information, they are being conditioned to crave stimulation. This creates a dangerous cycle. A person posts content seeking validation. Temporary pleasure arrives through likes and comments. When engagement decreases, anxiety or insecurity emerges. The person then seeks another emotional hit through more posting, more scrolling, and more comparison. Over time, self-worth may become externally dependent upon digital approval. The philosopher Soren Kierkegaard once warned, "The crowd is untruth." Social media often magnifies this phenomenon. People may begin shaping their personalities not around authenticity, but around what gains approval. Instead of asking, "Who am I?" they unconsciously ask, "What version of myself will receive the most attention?" This can gradually erode identity and inner peace. Social media and mental health. One of the most destructive aspects of social media is its relationship with anxiety and depression, especially among young people. Studies have repeatedly linked excessive social media use with increased feelings of loneliness, inadequacy, and emotional distress. Ironically, a tool designed for connection can intensify emotional isolation. A person may have thousands of followers, yet feel profoundly unseen. Cyberbullying adds another layer of psychological harm. In previous generations, bullying often ended when a person returned home. Today, harassment could follow individuals constantly through their devices. Cruel comments, public shaming, and online humiliation can deeply wound mental health. Words delivered digitally still carry emotional consequences. As the poet Maya Angelou famously said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Social media also shortens attention spans and fragments concentration. Endless exposure to rapid content trains the mind to seek novelty rather than depth. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Reflection becomes rare. Many people struggle to sit alone with their thoughts because their minds have become conditioned to constant stimulation. This affects emotional regulation because introspection is essential for psychological growth. The philosopher Blaise Pascal once wrote, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." In the age of social media, this insight feels almost prophetic. Many individuals fear stillness because stillness forces confrontation with unresolved emotions. Constant scrolling becomes an escape from self-awareness. Another troubling consequence is the commodification of identity. People increasingly market themselves as personal brands rather than human beings. Experiences are sometimes valued less for their meaning and more for their postability. Vacations become photo shoots. Meals become performances. Even acts of kindness can become opportunities for public image cultivation. This subtle shift can disconnect people from authentic presence. And in my opinion, authentic presence has become one of the main fatalities of social media, technology, and cell phone usage. Go to any restaurant, doctor's office, or even an elevator, and watch how many people seem to almost be possessed by their cell phones. Yet social media itself is not the enemy. Human consciousness determines whether a tool becomes medicine or poison. A hammer can build a home or destroy one. Likewise, social media can nurture growth or intensify suffering depending upon how it is used. Healthy use of social media. Healthy use of social media begins with intentionality. People must learn to consume consciously rather than compulsively. Curating digital environments matters deeply. Following accounts and sources that inspire wisdom, creativity, education, compassion, and emotional health can positively shape mental states. Some things that you can do to supplement your life with technology, and specifically social media, are limiting exposure to toxic comparison and negativity to protect your psychological well-being. Digital boundaries are equally important. Time away from screens allows the nervous system to recalibrate. Nature, silence, reading, meditation, face-to-face conversation, exercise, and meaningful relationships reconnect individuals with reality beyond algorithms. Human beings need moments where they are not performing for an audience. The psychologist Carl Jung observed, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." Social media constantly pulls attention outward. Mental and emotional health often require the opposite movement, inward reflection. Healing rarely occurs in noise alone. It often emerges through awareness, solitude, and honest self-examination. Parents, educators, and society as a whole must also help to cultivate digital literacy and emotional intelligence. Young people especially need guidance in understanding that online life is often curated and incomplete. They must learn that self-worth cannot be measured through metrics such as likes, followers, or views. A soul cannot be quantified by an algorithm. Perhaps the greatest challenge of social media is that it tempts people to substitute visibility for intimacy. Visibility means being seen. Intimacy means being known. One can gain enormous attention online while remaining emotionally disconnected in real life. Writer Brené Brown stated, "Connection is not the same as conversation." Genuine mental health requires more than digital acknowledgement. It requires authentic human connection rooted in vulnerability, empathy, and trust. In conclusion, in the end, social media reflects both humanity's brilliance and its wounds. It magnifies creativity, compassion, learning, and opportunity, but it also amplifies insecurity, addiction, comparison, and emotional fragmentation. It is a tool that reveals the condition of the human mind itself. The ultimate question is not whether social media is good or bad. The deeper question is whether humanity will use technology consciously or allow technology to unconsciously shape humanity. The answer to that question may determine not only the future of mental health, but the future of human connection itself. As Viktor Frankl wisely stated, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Social media presents humanity with that same space of choice every day. We may use it to compare, divide, and consume endlessly. Or we may use it to uplift, educate, inspire, and connect meaningfully. The screen itself is not conscious. The heart behind it is. And we must always remember that technology becomes destructive when it replaces self-worth with approval, silence with noise, and authentic presence with performance. Paul Susic, PhD. Once again, I appreciate you watching my video. And please like and subscribe to my channel so others may have the opportunity to watch and learn along with the rest of us. Thank you.